Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to do a quick video about this idea of momentum and creating your own momentum and not waiting for things to just pick up on their own. Sometimes in life, we get to these points where we just get stuck, stagnant, we're in this low energy state, and it feels like the world is coming down on us. You know, it's like one of those when it rains, it pours type of situations. They happen. They seem to happen all the time. I know they happen for me even very recently, and this is what reminded me to relay this message to you guys, is that I have had just one of those couple days where I just felt like it was overwhelming and the world was coming down on me, and I really started to get wrapped up in this negative energy, negative feelings and emotions. And even though I know about mindfulness, obviously, and I've been practicing that, it was just still, even practicing, I still got stuck. But I was able to get unstuck much faster than I had previously been able to do because I have been working at mindfulness, and because I have been working at this idea which was introduced to me in the military, and that is false motivation is better than no motivation, and that sometimes you need to create your own momentum, that you need to essentially fall forward. And this has been talked about before, falling forward. So when you start to identify, oh man, I'm just in one of those type of when it rains it pours situations, I'm really not feeling like there's anything to be excited about, there's anything to look forward to, it feels very overwhelming. If you can just try to remember that all you need is a little spark, a little false motivation when you don't feel like it's warranted, you really just don't feel like it. Just the smallest little spark and the smallest little lean forward, that choice to lean forward, and if you're going to fail and fall forward, so by default you're moving forward. Creating that momentum is sometimes just the right amount of spark that you need to allow things to start operating on their own and functioning again, right? It's like you see those guys trying to start up, a weed whacker, and they're pulling, and so you can hear the engine, they're trying to pull, and they're pulling so hard, and it's like sometimes you just need that little extra bit of pull, that little extra bit of effort, and you just hit that right, and it starts to click on its own, and then the natural process of things, the natural way of things, the natural flow of energy happens, and boom, you're back up and running. And it may seem like that little extra effort or energy is just not worth it. It's not working. I've been pulling this string. I'm going, and it's just not working. But it's making that decision to say, no, I need to create my own spark here and not just wait for the thing to turn on or wait for the situation to get better. I need to then sort of create my own energy, create my own momentum. And even if it just means falling and failing forward and just like I'm going to fall flat on my face instead of on my back, sometimes just that decision is to start moving, and that movement is that motivation to just start moving is the momentum that's going to eventually get things to kick in to gear and get you back into a regular state of being where you can kind of more easily manage yourself, your emotions, and get your energy moving again. Because it happens to all of us, and it's something that takes practice. You're not going to be really good at it. I'm still not that great at it. I'm better than I was before because I've been practicing. So just keep that in mind, this idea of falling forward. When you feel like you're going back, just make that choice to lean forward. That's creating false motivation, or motivation where it's maybe not warranted or doesn't feel right, but deciding to be that spark, deciding to lean forward and to create some sort of forward energy as opposed to just letting all this negative stuff push you back. And again, the whole false motivation thing comes in. It doesn't mean you have to genuinely be excited or even think that it's going to work out, to be honest. Sometimes it's just not practical, but it's just making that choice to do it anyways. Like, to just say, hey, I'm stoked. I here we go. When you don't really believe it, but just sometimes giving that little spark and that momentum forward is all it takes to get things unstuck and get things running again. So this is something that I have worked at. I will continue to work at, try to get better, because I like to get unstuck as fast as I can and keep moving forward. And I think it might benefit you guys if you try that and keep that in mind next time you find yourself bogged down by life. Cheers.